hear me
Yep.
right now? Okay, cool.
Perfectly.
There should be no sound. All right. I'm not gonna do a whole intro and stuff. I'm just gonna walk you guys through these things. This is for anybody else, John and them, that pop through. I had to set this up for the millionth time. Um, there shouldn't be anything you guys should be able to see weird in here because of how this works, so should be fine. I'll just go through it bit by bit. Obviously, this is OBS. This is all this stuff. Start recording. All these. Don't worry about any of that stuff for setting up your stuff. The controls is completely ignorable. Scene transitions are worthless. You can just turn this shit off. These are your docks, right? All these. So you can just go ahead and turn this off permanently. Scene transitions is pointless. It's useless fucking dock. The most important ones are audio mixer, obviously, scenes and sources. Controls you'll only use one time, basically to turn things on and then turn things off. Virtual cameras, how you do OBS. Like if you want to use it as a literally as a virtual camera, i.e., this output turns like into its own sort of like digital webcam, and then you can just stream from here to a program like Discord.
Mhm.
But so this is how I do this. You can see my mic popping up here right now. I have no monitoring on, but you're gonna hear different noises and stuff. I got Lane
Yeah, do it.
is my background. So you'll see right now that I have these two popping up on these two different things, right? And then when you guys talk, I shouldn't see PC out. Hopefully, can you say something?
I am talking right now, and I don't see it
Good, good,
lighting
good.
up.
Good. So yeah, this is how I separate my audio. I have a thing called a DLZ creator, which is not free, but not the most expensive digital mixing thing. So I'm going to show you how to add stuff. So most people are going to have two. I highly suggest that you have at least two audio sources, right? I have a whole bus
I have
because I have a lot of different
3 or
audio
4,
things.
depending on what I'm doing.
Yeah. So I got mic. This is a mono. You can see you can set these to mono at any time. And I'm just gonna be banging through here. I won't be like hyper conversational until I get to the end.
Mhm.
If you have anything like this, you can see I should be probably in people's left ear right now. I can't hear that, but it's only going to be there because this is two mono channels sharing the same in. Once you select mono, it'll go back to this nice even signal straight across both of them. This is the monitoring and shit. It barely works right in OBS. You don't need it. And these right here are your tracks. We're going to get into all of those here in just a little bit. I'm going to slide that up out of the way. So you want to add input captures. Stay away from output capture, if you can. It's a whole thing. You probably will have an output capture if you're brand new. This is probably where you're gonna put your like desktop audio or something. You can pre-do all of your in settings. You can just go over here to audio. You have all these because I have an external mixer. I turn all this off. It doesn't, and none of it needs to be on. I pull in each one individually, and then pretty much everything else you can just completely fucking ignore. I don't use any of the internal settings because they're all digital and they can be fucking wonky. One of the reasons I'm doing this
Mhm.
again right now is because I fucking somehow switching from computer to computer, I corrupted the installation folder for this. No idea what happened, and I had to turn it off. But the reason to have different audio mixers is so that you can turn them down, up, mix them different against each other. So if I have lane going, right, I can turn that down. And you can still hear me nice, or I can turn it up. And then I've got that controlled out of my left hand. So you can also go over here and add additional inputs. So my bus has a shitload. I'm gonna say add existing. No, add new. I need to add, what is it, Discord? God, am I selecting that or not? There we go. I'm gonna have to lift this up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so where the fuck did that go? Disappeared. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. So let's see. Add. I accidentally clicked off of it. Audio input capture. So you always do these. Make sure you always label these, and then once they're in, you're good for forever. So this would be my Discord, right?
Mhm.
Which I want to have separate.
Do you use
Discord is
application audio capture or just
no, I never use application. That's real spotty. You can if you want, but you have to make sure it's clicked every time because it's just like having game. So like I have outs into a mixer, which is over here. It's this thing, right? Looks like this.
uh,
This is a mixer.
your
So I have everything
little window's
controlled over
hiding it? I
there.
can't see it.
Oh, okay, literally forgot.
Oh, okay, okay.
So this is my mixer, right? When you talk, if you say something, you can see yourself pop up.
I am
Go ahead.
talking so I can see myself. Okay.
Yeah, that's your track right there. That's me all the way on the left. If I hit lane again here, you can see she's popping up
Oh.
right there. And so that'll let me mix all these independently. These ones that are black like this are all actually represented by these knobs. These two are right here because they're less commonly used. And then this is a master. So that's basically what my monitor is hearing. And actually what you're hearing right now. And there's a lot more complicated stuff. I actually set that back down and perfectly, but um 9:10 before I forget. Um so yeah, that pops in. So you see it says Discord now. I actually need to rename that again so that I know that's my dude. Seriously, Discord 9/10. These are just my audio tracks, right? Each individual track is a mono, but this entire track together is a stereo. You're being really loud with whatever you're setting down and picking up. That's like right
I
next
thought
to
I
your
was
mic.
muted. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. PC out, mic. Okay. Let's see. I also have on my thing a audio input capture. I have DLZ. My specific thing has its own internal. My mixer has its own internal sounds that it makes, and so it needs its own track for that, which is DLZ sounds. That would be 7/8. All right, and so those will pop up. Device default. We go to 7/8 right here. Bink. Okay. And so you see I have 5/6. That's the PC out. I have the Discord sounds, and these will all pop in right here. I have let's see that yes, this yes, 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 and then one more. I have a special thing that I do with my Rabbit's camera. So that'll be an audio input capture. Bunny cam. Okay. Nope. Bunny mic. So we got the bunny mic, all right, and that should be Razer Keo right there. And so this is the thing. So I got this whole thing. I'm like, okay, well, Tyler, that's a shitload of work for you to do every fucking time that you log on. Like, yeah, it is. And when I was a young, foolish man of a year ago, I used to do all these fucking things completely individually. But now I painstakingly organize them just one time by doing this. Oh yeah, and then when you have all these things set up in any single one of these channels, what you can do, and I highly suggest it, is you select stuff like this, and then you right click and go to group selected items, and then you can create
Oh.
a group, right? And it becomes nice and tidy like that. This group is going to be called rename audio bus. And so this gives me magic powers, right? And it's one of the reasons I have to have you guys watching this kind of stuff through screen share. Hopefully, maybe one day other people see this. You can upload it somewhere else. I don't give a shit. You go to another thing. Go to this game screen, right? Nothing's here. This is for a game capture that window's not even open yet. This is a thing, by the way. You can use it to capture specific windows. Game capture works better with games. Application capture works better with applications. Screen capture is what you're seeing right here via Discord, which is just capturing everything that appears on a screen. So right here, I don't have anything for audio. I won't have any audio sources. You can see the audio mixer is empty. Click it right here. Go to group. Add existing audio bus. Okay, thank you. Boom. There you go. Now this has every single audio track that I need already. You can see the PC outs working. We're good. If you guys end up talking through Discord will pop up. The bunny mic. That's probably if you're hearing any echo, it can hear me wherever it is. It's working too. So that's a good time to pop back up here to the face cam so you can see me again and pop down here. So in OBS, you have this whole big track of stuff. Okay, this is your advanced audio properties. Unclick that so you can see all your active sources and inactive sources. These are your tracks. You can do monitoring. You can do a little bit of this, that, and everything. You can also turn stuff completely off. You just click on this percentage, take it all the way down to 0. I don't like trying to use the down to inf. Otherwise, if you want to turn something down, you actually go to all the way down to infinite, I think, on this. I never use it, so. Never trust Discord's digital audio settings. There's no way to really double check them. That's sane. If your audio does not sync up with your video, the way to fix that is in this sync offset. That's my way of doing it. You can try other ways if you want. That's on you. These are your tracks. Every track has to have one selected, right? See that?
Mhm.
Because when you have your output and your stream output, just file settings, right? You go to stream output. There you go. All right. So it'll show you this is your recording. It'll record your audio track, and then is it audio? I can't remember exactly where the hell it is, but somewhere in here it'll ask you which track you want to be picked up when you record. So only one is pre-selected. So when you're streaming, everything that has one on is always going to be going out because it only has one. It makes a whole little video that it encodes and it sends it off. These tracks are for recording, right? And what track they want to show up on. So I always just kind of damn. It's like, let me fucking unselect everything. Is it?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for
So
it.
I
I
I
got like
do
all these things.
separate my audio out, but I have an issue where
Hmm.
I will finish streaming. It will save or it'll do its backup save, and I'll play it through VLC, and I will only be able to hear one track. But if I drop it into DaVinci Code Resolve, I can hear all tracks. So
Yeah. Okay. So VLC doesn't have multi-track listening
okay,
unless you
okay,
download a plugin for it. If you actually, I can show you that real quick. Hold on.
okay. That
Let me.
explains it. I was like so very confused when it started happening. I didn't know. All right.
Yes. This. All right. This is audio track, but even still,
Elias put
shush. If you go to audio and you go to audio track here, you'll see this has one. If you have multiple audio tracks, all those will show up.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
down
Thank
all the
you.
way down, all the way down the audio. So just so you know, that's how
Thank you. I
that works.
appreciate that.
Yeah, yep. So this is all you always want to have everything selected when you have an out, and then I just try to stay as in order as possible. These things populate in here just however the fuck they feel like it. It's a pain in the ass. They're in alphabetical order now, but I like to keep my mic and stuff, my main thing on two. Whatever is the most important thing for people to hear, and your stream should be on two. More than likely, that's going to be your microphone. If you have a second most important thing, like a guest, you'll put the guest microphone on three and then keep those independent because those are the things that are going to have to be mixed. As you get back to six, you can put more and more stuff on each track. So on this, we have two. You can see these are game and these are both inactive. I actually don't need either of those. Good, 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 good. So I can actually turn right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I only have the ones that I actually even need to hear anyway. So mic guitars too, right? I have my PC out on this on three, four. I'm gonna put my Discord on five. I'm gonna put my DLC sounds right, and on six we'll put the bunny mic. So it doesn't look like much, and obviously this is fucking impossible to see. It's as hard for me to see as it is for you too, at home. But when this gets recorded, these will all come out as individual tracks. This will be everything together. If it sounds fine, good. And you can usually probably just delete all the rest of these. But if you need to remaster or remix any of these, then you have that option. And there's really no reason to do it unless you are impoverished for memory space, like just absolutely fucking wrecked for it. But that's how you work it. And then once that's set for life, right? There's some more stuff that you can do with these things. One thing that I do, yeah, too, is so now we have the audio bus set up, right? For this, I don't want my bunny mic active. So even though this is part of the source group, that group has been made. The group is the group. So you can change it other times. I'm about 99% sure. And so I can go here, I can just go take this and I can remove the bunny mic. Okay. And then I should be able to just go to like the bunny cam, add all of my audio groups again, right? Add from the audio bus, open. And then, oh, nope, it fucked me. It fucked me. Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, I do it the other way. I do it the other way. I actually take no, that is fine. I'm reworking through all the steps I have. I actually have my audio bus, the bunny cam. I I do it like this because I had to figure this out once already. I still just add that group, right? And then this is the only one that has the bunny cam on it, and that's just a second one, so you don't have to have every audio input on there. Add new. Do we not? Oh, because I only had it on one. So this add existing will always stay there unless you delete the last instance of a source in every single different scene. So I just deleted the last bunny cam on accident, or the last bunny mic setting. So I just have to remake it. So if you ever lose track, you're like, where did that source go advantaged? Just try remaking it. It will not let you rename a source the same thing twice. So it'll just pop up again. So now I have my audio bus and I have my bunny mic. So the bunny mic is now only here. So I don't have to worry about it showing up on any of the other things. Stream starting soon. All right, we have boom. Dude, is my browser gonna open up something crazy? Let me see. Bunny cam. Bunny cam's a good way to go. So bunny cam, add source, video capture device, add existing, or create new. So in this case, we're gonna go to make the bunny camera instead of just cam. Okay. So now we go to this USB video device. Cool. Buck is already there. Thank you very much, Buck. When you bring in these, they can always show up in squares in OBS for some reason. This is like the camera's raw data or something. It always looks way fucking worse for some reason too. I always go to custom and then just change your resolution to the actual resolution that's normal. It's always going to be 1920. Match output FPS. I think this one only needs to be 30, right? Video format. None of this really matters. Okay. And so we have it. So you can do stuff like this. Right click, fit to screen. If you want to fit something to the screen, you can also stretch them to the screen, the whole kit and caboodle. My bunny camera is not controlled in anything else. So I go to configure video, camera, exposure. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just dial that down to, there we go. Right around there-ish. And I'll have to mess with this a little bit once we're active, but you can see it cleaned up the picture a little bit more. Go and click it again, add it, maybe just, I'm going to have my defaults there. Camera control. Always, when you're doing these, set your exposure first. It's how the camera actually sees, right? It's dark as shit in my house right now too because it's night, but whatever. I'm not gonna mess with that too much. This is the bunny cam. The next thing I'm gonna do is see if, let's see what happens. Give me just a second. I don't want you guys to see any of my secret files. I don't want to vosh. Create new bunny cam. Let's see, bunny border. That's what it's called. Bunny border. Okay. All right. Yeah. And so what'll happen is I can't, it won't bring up the exact thing immediately. So you just type it in like the other one. Share your screen, screens, screen. Go live. There we go. All right. So we have this, and then this is the properties for this. Okay. And then you don't have anything up here yet. This will actually open your browser. So I'm going to pop it up here. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Nothing. I'm always just worried it's gonna like pop straight into like my business folder. Like, hey, here's just a gigantic PDF of like literally with your social security number right at the fucking top of it.
Yeah, I was working on a tutorial today and then it opened onto a folder. I'm like, oh no, where'd it open? Oh, I need to redo the tutorial again.
Yeah. No, it's the absolute worst. So image assets. I got my live stream assets. Bunny Cam 2, I believe. Yeah. Okay, open. All right, and then you'll see this pops open. So this is another thing. The second most important thing you learn is the other part of
Overlays.
groups. Yes. So
Okay.
yeah, this is all of these are overlays,
Mhm.
like literally everything here. This is just a PNG, so it has a transparency. This is how I make borders. Other people kind of like fight through it. So you're like, oh shit, look, doesn't line up perfectly. You can do a few different things. All right. So I'll shrink it a bit so that you can see. We have our dog here, right? I wish there was something darker in the background or lighter. Whatever, I'll do it this way. So we have him. He's small, right? You can see the bunny cam thing kind of like going around. It's not perfectly wrapped over it. Ooh, I know. Hold on. I am going to go to the face cam. There we go. And then I'll just do it. I'll do it because with me in the background, then you'll be able to see better.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. We go again to video capture device, right? Go here, bunny camera. It's going to be giant dog butt right in my face. There we go. Then yet again, go here. And so, like I said, every time you bring it, you can always go back to the add existing bunny border. So you can see it a lot easier here. This is not going to line up quite perfectly with this, right? It's only a little bit off, a little bit funky. So one thing you can do is always remember that you can transform these things and make them bigger and smaller. Fucking, it wants to be finicky because I hit the fit, and now it's trying to stay in fit, is what it is. So just pretend I didn't say all of that stuff and mess up fucking completely like 6 times in a row like an asshole. So we get it up here, right? All right, see it's like a little bit too far down. Just go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now it goes out too far from the sides. If you haven't hit fit, hold Alt, and then you pull it to the left, and you see this green pop up.
Hmm.
That's actually just a raw crop. So that will be cropping this camera. I can do it from both sides, right? If I want a little bit like off here, and I can say, like, okay, cool. So move it over, and then that's like kind of evenish. Go down here, crop it in, and then you've got sort of the same deal. Now, if you want to preserve that, and if you don't like the way it looks, you can do it something else, whatever. That's fine. But I have this finished, right? I'm going to go ahead and click on bunny border and bunny camera together. Right click, group selected items, and now I have bunny border, bunny camera, right? And this is my bunny pics, bunny pic. Okay, cool. And so now this is a group. Make sure you always just kind of deselect it, right? And you can actually open these up if you're nervous about fucking up the internals and just lock them in place. So you won't be able to change the middle, but the bunny group itself will always stick together. So now you don't have to worry about accidentally like, oh, okay, I'm going to move this, and you bloop, and then you've de-aligned these. This is now aligned permanently until you want to take them apart. And so you can go ahead and slot it down somewhere out of the way, and you're golden. Perfect, right? These are like the most basic things to do,
Hmm.
like crucial in my mind to get a lot of the stupid stuff that you need to get finished in these finished. But yeah, so now we have this kind of set. So you can do the same sort of thing with, your face. You can go over here, left in, right in. You can go, boom. And it's all depending on, if you did it. If you ever have a weird, you like the things don't work, just go to transform, go down to reset, right? And it'll start you over. And then you can use the more basic controls to do this like sort of super crop. You can do the shift and squash, that whole kit and caboodle, the whole deal. Man, thirsty as hell. I don't have any fucking water. But that's that. Then bunny cam is obviously going to be here now. These two discrete pieces. Okay, screw it. Do I want to remove bunny border? Yeah. Remove that. Yeah. And so now I can just go in here and just go ahead and group again and add existing bunny pick. The reason this other group isn't showing up is because it's already there. So it won't let you double select the same thing for most items, right? And we don't fit quite perfectly here, but if you don't give a shit, you can just right. And it's very difficult to tell that that's been stretched like 6% wider. And if you really do care, you can always fix it. So it is what it is.
Hmm.
And so for this, I got my screen share right. This is how I set this little bit up. So go ahead. You've already got a bunch of your sources, and because we already have those other things grouped, we can go ahead. Boom, audio bus, you're in. Go ahead. Boom, group. Bunny pick, you're in. Okay. So now we have this is already ready. So I got my bunny cam is golden. It's in. We're just good. I think it actually goes up here on this screen. My audio bus is rocking. It's already got everything active, even though it did add. Why did that add the bunny camera? Oh, I know why. I know why. That's not supposed to be there. That needs to be zeroed out. That is not the same thing. That's the camera's mic. I don't have that turned off just yet.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Bunny camera. Let me just go ahead and properties. Yeah, capture audio only. And use custom audio device. No, cancel. Let's go ahead. Okay, there we go. But we have this here. Boom. Okay, so for this one, right, we're gonna add another type of source. This is a screen grab display capture. So this will be new. I have a drawing tablet. This is where I actually do most of my screen capture stuff. I always keep it empty because anything that's on screen capture will just show up, except for stuff that like OBS, Discord, other programs will have like little selections in their property areas that'll be like hide from streaming stuff and it won't show up at all. This is hidden, so this should be just literally empty. Just double check. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's going to be completely empty.
Do you just
Capture
keep
method,
like
I've
one window completely empty, nothing on it that you usually
actually have
capture from, or do you like shrink it down, capture like a specific zone desktop?
I only just put it right there because there's no way to know if something's going to try to like slide in there or this
Okay.
and that. You know, so I do it. There is ways to select specific zones. I know that's the case. I just don't know how to do it because I don't care to learn because I don't think it's particularly valuable in my opinion because things like to just try to reopen crazy sizes all the time. And just having monitors dedicated, you just know like, hey, this chunk of a screen is always just going to be the thing. I think that's just way, way, way better and way smarter of a way to do it, especially if you want to keep like all the rest of your stuff like segmented away from each other. But we got this. Okay, no, this is actually is not hidden. Cool. Oh, I might have turned that off to do this. You see some stuff pop up here. Capture method automatic. I don't know what that is. These are just the other two monitors. I'm not going to click on that. And force SDR, right? This is force standard definition resolution. It's just basically to make sure that it's the right color. So basically, if you have everything that's on your display is going to have the same color as all the stuff that's like not being captured via display, but via the actual like output as opposed to the what's rendered on a display or whatever the fuck. It just makes everything look universal across. I've never seen a noticeable difference, probably because I don't run HDR mixed between a bunch of different stuff, or at least I didn't before. I have HDR on one screen right now. But that's pretty much with it. If you're not running HDR monitors, I don't think you need to worry about that. But I'll just keep it clicked anyway. Who gives a fuck? So now you have this, right? This is your little display. On mine, it goes right here. And so this is just me messing around. There's probably like a bit of a quicker way to do this, but you have your snapping. You can see these touch each other and they click into place. That's called a snap. And so, okay, boom, bang, bang. These guys are basically, for the most part, not quite. Get just a little bit smaller. You just need to get a little bit bigger. In other programs, there's actually ways to like really efficiently do this type of stuff. And then if you tap right and left on the control panel on your keyboard, you can actually type make things edge. Literally, it's called edge right, edge left.
Mhm.
If you hold shift, it goes further. Right, and that's basically the way to get stuff super super clean. I'll like zoom in on my big monitor later, but you can set like a line or something down and try to get everything nice and even if you super care. I don't even need to anymore because this doesn't have anything behind it, but it is what it is. Now on my screen, I like to have this little pop up of me here because I just like to have my hand be able to pop up in, and so I can close all these groups that I have, open a video capture device, right? Add existing face cam yet again. Boom. Hey, it's me. Look, I'm back. I'm back. It's that fucking guy. Now, for this is why you do all this stupid stuff, right? So now you see like I can't quite perfectly fit, I'm like kind of like stuck all over the place. So on this, what you can do is I believe it's shift and alt, right? Let's see, guess. Nope. Control shift. Nope. Oh, I know. Okay, so this is one of the ones where you have to do this in a stupid, slightly, almost kind of clever way. So what we're gonna do is transform this, fit to
What are you
screen.
looking to do? My first question.
Don't worry.
Oh, okay, cool.
So what I'm gonna do is try to even this out, like on the top and bottom of me. So once I do the fit to screen thing, it changes up the way the controls work. Now I can downgrade this. I can select down, right? Not downgrade this, but I can shrink it a little bit, and it shrinks evenly, right? So when I hold Alt and do this, it pulls from the top and the bottom. There should probably be a way for that to happen, um, more sensibly for something else, but I just wanted to shrink my head, so to say, like this, and now I'm just gonna try to nicely slot it in right here. Okay, and I go boom. And oh no, no, I'm not perfect, right? I'll just show you guys. I'll intentionally be a little fucky, will intentionally be a little fucked up about it. So I can just make myself slightly bigger, right? And this just helps me kind of keep an eye on like where the height of it is. And then I can just take this and I can send it to the back. Boom, boom, boom. And there you go. I fit. I'm nice. I'm right here. Cool. Did that change anything in the other places? Yes, of course it did. Of course it did.
Because don't you have to do like save as a different instance or it changes all of them?
No, I don't ever do that. I always make sure to save them all. I keep them all in the same thing as much as I can.
Okay.
Damn it. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this one just goes because this is this way. So this is what I do for this one. Same deal because I don't want to mess with all of that other bullshit. I just shrink this like this, click it off, and then I have my square so that I don't have to try to put black squares and stuff in here. And this is how I do it every time. I've done it like 6 million times in a row because I always fuck everything up. This should be fine now on the other screen. If it's not, there you go. Because I try not to. You want to minimize the overall amount of shit that's in these and the amount of like requests that this stupid thing has to make. From scene to scene to scene to scene to scene to scene because you don't want it to be re-requesting to your re-requesting whatever the fuck to. You don't want it to keep sending requests back and forth to different parts of your programs and stuff. So like minimize the amount of overall sources and maximize the stuff that's happening in each source. Then just be as unfathomably efficient as you can so that you don't overload shit. In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe this is wrong, but I like it. Go in here, browser. Okay. So this is how I add chat. I use Mix It Up. I'm going to show everybody how to use Mix It Up some other fucking time because then I can actually just stream that and it's way easier. Browser. So I call this Mix View Chat. Mix It Up Chat. Okay. And this is going to add a browser window. They're always up here. Okay, cool. Thank you. This is Mix It Up right here. So I got my chat. I got my overlay down here. Overlay widgets. Okay, these are all my stuff and credits, blah, blah. I'm going in here right now because while the overlay is in a different area, I need this information, right? Because I've already preset this up. So this window is 800 by 1400. The pixel count doesn't matter too much.
Oh, so the
Like
chat
it's
is
not
a
gonna.
separate widget?
Yes, I always do this
Oh,
to
that's why
chat.
I was trying to figure out how to do it. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? It's not working. Okay.
No, yeah, I do my chat as a separate widget, and almost everything else is going to be in one too. Specific, some things need to be, in my opinion, in just specific widgets because it just saves a lot of fucking heartache. Chat, anything that you're going to be moving to different places, like a camera, I would move that all over. I would always keep that the same. What am I saying? I would put that into its own individual. No. It is 1400. I always try to leave those as their own individual units, right? Because this will be here sometimes, it'll be here sometimes it'll be bigger, sometimes it'll be smaller, whatever and what have you. And then, yeah, I'm gonna have to balance all this stuff out here in just a second. And because it's gonna be moving, I keep it as its own. But for all the stuff that like I'm gonna have popping up, that actually might be fine. Oh yeah, because it's this big now. So I can't quite. This is really tiny for me on this overlay screen, so it's not quite perfect. and I'm using this. I'm not typing it in yet because once I connect this browser source into the other thing, this blue box is going to go away, and it's going to be way more difficult to figure out exactly where the hell it's sitting. Because it's going to be an empty chat immediately. So now in overlay, I already have all these set up. I can talk about how to do all that some other time. Go in here, overlays, MIP chat, should be called mute chat. Go here, just click this. This just gives you from Mix It Up. This is just the endpoint for the browser overlay. Go up here, click it, properties, and then post. And you're gonna see it's gonna disappear instantly. Blump. Oh no, it's gone. That is active now. So should be able to go to chat. And this might work, it might not. Right now, should be fine. I can just go to the thing, but it should be okay. Yeah, it doesn't want to populate because I'm connected to YouTube at the moment. So if I don't have YouTube active, it weirds the fuck out of the whole thing. But trust me, it works. I can go to if you just want to test it. Just go down here to overlays. Go into the chat, open it up, and then you can go down here and you click it, and you'll see these start popping up. So this is all the way up. And that's what your chat's going to look like. And you can, at some other point, I'll tell everybody how to do all kinds of cool shit with that, but not right now. When I clicked out of that, it still works, which when I clicked out, it turned off all the preview stuff. So, Mix It Up has to have stuff live, really, to send chat and things here. It has to be connected to something else. So that the systems know to populate everything. I don't know why that's the case. There's probably a way to fucking work past that. I've never needed it, and I don't really care to fuck with it. But I have a bunch of other overlays in here too. So that's the chat. That's going to be everywhere and now. Every time I want to click on it, that's the chat. I also
Okay.
have my pop-ups. Pop-up overlay, very simple. Browser, add existing, new. So this is my corpse. I just call it. And this is just a full browser source because this window is actually going to be larger than my output. Hopefully it actually fucking works. This is actually 2560 by 1440. So I don't know why this is a rule. This is somebody else's thing. Use custom frame rate, control audio via OBS. No, I don't want that selected. Not yet, at least. Refresh browser when scene becomes active, right? Shut down source when not visible. Watch out with this. Sometimes you need this connected. You should shut down any sources that are big. If you have a large video that plays, if you have something like 30-minute long soundtrack that's going on here, you want that active. But otherwise, you should be fine to keep it off. But then you want those just to cut down the bandwidth. Otherwise, it will be playing in the background the entire time. So I hit OK. Full of stuff yet again. And then we go up here to my overlays. Boom, big gorps, copy, and then here, and click, and disappeared again. Yeah, because the overlay is actually empty, quote unquote, except for the other stuff. So we can go ahead and start adding these to other stuff. Stream starting soon. This has browser, existing gorps. Okay. Existing. What the fuck is that?
The chat in the browser.
Yeah. Sorry. I literally stopped thinking like as I'm looking at something. So yeah, this chat is like right here ish big. I think it goes right there. No, I know. Oh, it is. It's this and then up. That's how I have that organized. I'm also gonna have a. This is actually a media source this time. So media source. This is my Fennec elevator. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up here. Okay. Oh no. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and search. Hopefully, okay, cool. Thank you for not fucking bringing up everything. It tried to. It tried to open it right inside this, and then I go to my elevator fox.mp4. Okay, get on here. So when you do this, this is a much larger file. So It's a local file. It's on the computer. It's playing it from the computer. So this is like you have a movie going in the background, right? I loop it, restart playback when the source becomes active. That's fine so that it doesn't have to try to preserve some cutoff point. Use hardware decoding when available. Show nothing when playback ends and close file when inactive, right? And I think it even here it tells you like, yeah, that's gonna save your fucking life. So okay, boom, and there we go. So there's Miss Fennec hanging out, having a good time, and she is a perfect, as always, just set for it 1080p. We can go ahead and hit her lock. Now she's actually over the top of all
Yeah.
this stuff, so we got to go and put her on the bottom. Gorps actually need to go to the top, and then we are good. So if I go to this, go back to my MIP chat, I should be able to clickety click, 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 click. All right, cool, 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 cool. You actually need to be a little bit wider and a little bit higher so that you go right off the screen. I can actually just get click, click. No, no, not you, you. And just catch that right between two lines. And now I have another thing that's pretty fucking cool. And I can show you. So thanks for popping in. You can show
Mhm.
other people this. In my overlay widgets, I have a lot of really cool stuff. We have commands, and I developed a bunch of them that are highly, highly complicated. But I believe they will be literally worth it only for me. I only have just a few different commands.
Oh no,
Fuck me. Come on, don't do that.
I love when.
I know. I don't know why the hell it did that. So we have all these commands up and down. And I have something called random gorp. I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to show you probably one of the best things ever.
Oh,
So, got to go in here. It's a conditional click.
oh, that's adorable. Did this show off? Oh,
Hell yeah.
And these are actually connected to people typing gorpo, gorp, or exclamation point gorp in chat with like a 10-second cooldown. This took a not insubstantial amount of time to program and work correctly, but that is a permanent part of the stream. And
so you're
I
saying
love
it's
it.
me more people to draw animated Gorpos to add to the collection?
Possibly, yeah. Or animated only. And I've got to add a bunch of other animated ones to it too. It is an extremely large chunk of conditionals, right? It's all of these conditionals, which are also attached to all of these action groups. This, so it doesn't look like it's as big as it is. This is a chunk connected to a chunk that is further attached to kind of this
Another chunk.
action group. Yes, this whole gigantic action group, which is like, oh, it's just random. Like, no, no, it's all of this, and then it goes all of this stuff. So just a touch of programming, but this is what the this is the random gorps random. It's a little literal dice roll on which one of these guys show up, and they're all slightly different sized, and they all show up in slightly different ways. And even the patterns that they appear are randomized, so it's like a whole thing, so that it doesn't always just look like a little guy. But it's only also attached to a few different scenes by literally the spelling of the browser over here, and that's a whole different conversation to get people into to tell them how stuff works. But I think I've only got one last thing. Also, we have the guys back too, so I can show you that because it's all part of the same thing. This whole big window is the gorps, right? So those are my overlay widgets for announcements. Actually, I go up to if we are in mix it up. I actually go hamburger mode all the way up to events. I have my YouTube events right here, and so I can just click on some of these off, and you can see like a super chat tier 5, whatever test command, and we got him pop up, and hopefully these should actually be set so that they don't. Well, they're not supposed to pop up one after another, but they still kind of can. And then these guys will show up, and all of these are all hosted right on my computer. I used to use the Stream Elements for this, but I moved it off, and it's actually working much better so far. Have not yet street tested them, so to say. So who knows? Who the fuck knows what's going to happen? But we shall find out. We shall find out. And that's kind of, oh no, one more thing. How to add something like my bup, 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 bup. I have one more type of browser source that I have, and that is a existing new. So this is my bunny progress. I have a rabbit meter. Okay, thank you. This is going to be another source. I believe that it is 400. I've only done this 700 times now. 400 by 100. Custom frame rate. Shut down source not visible. Refresh browser when source becomes active. Okay. So this is just going to turn into a little green bar here in about 10 seconds. Copy. Go down, properties, and you go in here, click. Okay. And there you go. And that's a little number. That's actually caught over from how I programmed the thing. So that's good that that popped up as saying 123. That means it's actually working. If I click off, you can see the smallest little fraction of green probably at the edge there.
I see blue. Oh, now
Depends
it's
on.
green.
Yeah, you have to get in real close. It's like a tealish. It's right on the right on the border. When it's just this white together, it's definitely gonna look way bluer. Okay, so this is a part of a whole thing. This is literally just a display chunk that goes up as things are added to it. But I need the rest of it here. So this is one last image. I think almost the like one of two images that are even left. Bunny. Let's see, meter outline. Meter outline. Okay. Let me go ahead and take this up here. Browse. Content, image, live stream assets, and then I go to my treatmeter.png. Okay, cool. There we go. Boom. This is another one of these where you're like, okay, I want to have it be small, and I will. But when you're trying to put it together, always way better for it to just be massive so that you can get everything aligned. And this goes nice right in this kind of visually instead of like technically. There we go. Click off of it. Maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit more this way, and a little bit more that way. There we go. And there you go. There's a tree meter. That's actually considerably more white than it's supposed to be, but I was probably like hallucinating the other day. And yet again, right click and group selected items. And this is my bunny meter. And then now I have the bunny meter. And like every other group, because groups are the best thing in the history of everything, it will just go and show up the exact same every time. And I can just slot it in wherever I want. And you can do this with any sort of progress meter. If you don't want to do all this extra treat meter type bullshit, don't bother. This is me being extra because it's who I am. I don't know why I am this way, but I am. It's definitely one of the this is not for chumps to try to get this fucking thing to work. I'll tell you that much. That's a whole thing. That's the real like John hours of doing the whole mix it up tutorial. But this is it. And then I've got it here, and then of course, like I said, you can go to screen share. Already got this popped up. Don't have my browser sources yet, and you can just go ahead and browser in bunny progress. Oh nope, didn't want to do that. Sorry. Group. Add existing. This is the last group I have. Is the bunny meter. Shows up nice and big. Shrink her down. Drop her in. Okay, cool. So I got my little treat meter right here. One more browser. Add existing. Mute chat. This should be nice and svelte and well centered in here. Very nicely done. Yeah, you're just a little too big. You're supposed to float a bit. There we go. And then this is pretty much, yeah, this has got to get right around there. All right. And so now this is all just set up, and OBS saves the whole time that you're going, so you don't have to worry about popping back and in.
You ever do
See, next time's empty. I'll finish that later. Sorry, go
save it
ahead.
as like a scene collection and then export it so in case you like lose it?
Probably somebody does that.
I was like, I thought you do because I remember when Fauci was visiting Cloudy, he forgot to save his profile and the scene collection, so he had to like basically make everything from scratch for his like
Well, now you
New Year
scared the
stream.
shit out of me, so I'm gonna do it. But no, I I
Oh
I,
yeah,
I
I
don't.
taught you something. Awesome.
I didn't even know you could do that. That's cool.
But yeah, no, mine is always set like this. I mean, yeah, you can export them. I just never do. Well, see, this is what like fuck me, man. This thing's
Yeah,
trying to
I'll
kill
edit
me.
that out.
But yeah, that you can do all that sort of stuff if you want. You can have different profiles. This is
Yeah, I need to
my
make a new profile for like my main stream just because for some reason the one I'm using right now, managed broadcast, isn't showing up in that little controls widget. I don't know why,
mm-hmm.
but it's
uh
shows up there when I made a new profile, so I have to redo it.
hmm.
So maybe I was
Um
like messing with an older version of OBS and that was added in and it just didn't
oh, I'll
load
tell you
in.
what it probably is. When you started a new one, you have to if you start a new profile, your profile is actually scene collection is all of this.
Yeah.
Your profile is how you stream, so it'll be
Oh, it's
what
probably
you're connected
okay.
to. So if you haven't logged into YouTube yet, you will not get managed broadcast.
Okay, that's probably why. Okay, okay. Because
Or if
I
you don't have it, if
use
you only have it set up for recording too, it'll only have recording here. It might not even have start streaming too.
because I have like the little dock YouTube Live control panel on my setup, so that's probably why it's not showing. Managed broadcast isn't showing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is pretty much the thing. This is how it work. We got some little fellas over here. And I'll have to like get all the rest of this stuff back. But yeah, that's the basic OBS tutorial for like the op block people and anybody else that wants to do it. I know like my entire fucking staff is either working for other streamers now or fucking like doing their own thing. You know what I mean? You're all fucking streamers, I guess, now too. Um
Trying.
sorry?
It's a trying.
Trying,
Oh,
yeah.
my
It's
audio still sounds fucking terrible. I like listen back
no,
on
it's okay.
stream.
Oh, speaking of which, okay. You if you have your thing, you can record this for your own edification or
Yes,
something.
yes, yes.
I'll give you a second.
I
Um,
yeah, I have I can't really stop recording, like pop it back up because I have like a backup mux thing you can do in OBS where it just saves as a .mp4 in case something crashes.
yeah, you have your Remux on.
Yeah, but I
You don't
can't
have
really.
to. You can turn that off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You want me to show you how to do it?
Yeah. If you don't mind, I have it set up. I
Yeah,
don't know
do
how
no,
to turn it
no.
off.
Okay, so Remux is a pain in the ass. Um, let me switch this to my change window
But it's nice in
to.
case something happens, but like,
So all the Remux is, um, it just changes your Matruska. So if you have Matruska, you can set it so that you just remux those later. Let me just I'll do it real quick. So okay, you can record this too if you want.
yeah, yeah. I'll
um,
edit shit.
hi, it's me
Fine.
again. So file, right? Go up to file, remux recordings, right? You can just go and click this and then do it. So you can just go and select these. I don't know. I click that because it's
Is
gonna
that how
open.
you set up where the it like the I guess this isn't have it you set up where it like split off every couple like a specific recording time so the video won't come out as one. Is that a separate thing?
No. Okay, so I'll
Oh,
run you
okay.
through OBS settings real quick. If you actually probably should record this real quick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Do this.
All right. I'm not gonna be able to tell you what everything does, but obviously language, OBS from screen capture. I don't want to do that right now because I probably just made that disappear. Hopefully it's back.
No, it's been there.
Okay, then that warning was just you have to restart it. This is what I do have to click on the way out. By the way, always have to click apply in
Mhm.
OBS, otherwise stuff will just go away and it won't tell you. Output. I like to have these show confirmations off for stopping stuff and starting stuff, but other people like it. Automatically record when streaming. I actually need that on because I just
Oh, I
restarted
need to
this.
turn that on because I accidentally forgot to start recording when I was playing
Yes.
one time.
So that's how you turn that on and off. Don't use the replay buffer. The replay buffer is bad.
Oh, okay.
It is for it is finicky, and it will that me not being able to turn that off is why a bunch of my recordings the other day were fucking crunchy as shit. That's when this
Oh,
started
the
going
Apex
bad.
one?
Yeah, yeah. Hide cursor over projectors. Okay, so this is just like when something projects, right? So like if I send a virtual camera, will it hide it? Or
Mhm.
if I take something in, will it show my cursor or not? I always have them on there. Other people might not like it. If you do art stuff, you should definitely have it on so that you can actually see shit fucking happening. Um, System tray preview. Don't worry about any of that stupid stuff. Studio mode. Yeah, I don't. None of that matters. Appearance. Who gives a shit? Stream. This is where you set your stream up.
Mhm.
Make sure that this is here. This is where you need to make sure if you're not seeing managed broadcast and stuff like that, you might not actually be logged in. Output. This is in two pieces. There's simple and advanced, right?
Right.
You don't really need to worry about either of them, but this is the thing I was talking about earlier where it says streaming settings. This is the audio track that the stream hears, right? So you can set it to 6, you can set it to 1. There's no reason to ever mess with that. There's no reason to mess with any of this stuff. Or almost any of this, and I'm actually going to flip back out of it. Go back to simple, honestly. Okay, so this is my video bit rate, audio bit rate, all that stuff. I run in the tools. You can always run the new user setup or the auto whatever to make sure that everything's running it the right way. I just always use that. Recording. So this is the recording path thing. If you sit over the top of it, I think you may have to click it like this and then sit. It'll tell you what the little values are for it. It's not doing it right now. Oh, sorry, that's not that. It's generate file name thing. It's actually down further in here somewhere. But anyway, sorry. Recording quality. Most of this will get set up for you. You don't have to worry about it. If you want to record multiple audio tracks, make sure all these are clicked. It'll be on one only by default. Replay buffer should always be off unless you need it for some reason. I turn all of these off for me. You might have to have them on for you. If you have any of these on and you have like these on your like global audio devices, it will automatically without you doing it a audio mixer track for that specific thing and turn it the fuck on. So just so you know, if you ever have done this stuff over here and made individual tracks, and you're like, why am I hearing an echo? Make sure that these are disabled. Otherwise, you might be double dipping into the same stream.
Okay.
Hotkeys, I never fuck with. Fuck them. Video, this is your base resolution. Output scaled resolution. This is how I'm doing it. This is how I downscale.
I just
30.
keep it the same. I don't
You're
know if it
supposed
matters.
to. Yeah, you're supposed to actually have a higher base resolution, whatever your like usually
Oh,
your monitor is, and then you're supposed to downscale for
okay.
whatever reason. And you should downscale at 2 times. I don't know why. That's what I heard. It is what it is.
I know.
Accessibility, hotkeys don't matter. Advanced, process priority, normal. I bet mine above normal. Video render, all this stuff to that recording. Okay, so this is where this is file formatting. This is what I was trying to show you before. You see, if you highlight over this, come on, do it. All of these percentage values that you see, you can put in so that you can change how the file name is formatted because you want it to look a different way. You can just do that and put it in right here. Over it, right? If file exists, unclick this because you will,
Yeah,
if
I
you don't
haven't
have
clicked.
things set up correctly, it will actually just overwrite your previous file. But if you want files to be overwritten for a specific reason, then click it. Automatically remux to MP4. I would just absolutely unclick that for everybody. What this is going to do is if you record in Matroska, which you should always be recording in Matroska, which is just a superior recording
Maybe.
format, just not a superior playback format.
Mhm.
The second you stop recording, the fucking second you stop recording, it will start the remux process, which is an entire video encoding process that, if it is interrupted for any reason, will destroy the file. So
Yeah.
if you are recording and your stream dies and you go, fuck me, and you turn your stream off, all right, but your computer hasn't crashed quite yet, And this is clicked. When you turn your stream off and stop recording, it will go boom. Okay, hey, I'm gonna remux this shit. I got you hooked up, homie. And so that happens. And then if your computer crashes, the remux process like fails. It can kill everything. And that's actually happened to old videos of mine.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. So I would just turn that off. This is the stream delay. This is the most important thing ever. Enable this or do not live stream.
I did
Enable
not
this
enable that yet.
or
a
enable
good,
this
what's a good
or do
15?
not live stream. How long this should be? How long would it take you to panic, realize you fucked up, and then have the wherewithal to click through everything that's on your screen and then finally manage to hit turn everything off? That's how long you should have. All right. The FCC suggests 7 seconds for live communications because you should have somebody in the studio to turn it off for you. If you don't turn it off on your own, then you can just, I would say 15 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever.
I just need
I
to
have mine set a
put a
little bit
kill
higher.
switch on my my stream,
Yeah.
Elgato Stream Deck.
If you are going to use a stream delay, do not turn on preserve cutoff point. That just will you'll just turn it back on where you stopped.
Oh,
It will just turn it the fuck back on right where you stopped recording. So do not click this because you go, oh shit, somebody just shared the worst thing I've ever seen ever on my stream. Click, turn it off. Don't worry, everybody, I fixed it. And then when you say reconnect, it will just literally start right where you were. So make sure that that's fucking unclicked.
eek.
It's a savagery, a savage bit of bullshit there. Automatically reconnect. This should already be preset, but yeah, make sure that's enabled. Browser sources. Turn on enable browser source hardware acceleration. You need that. Just it's good. I can't explain it. Just turn that on, and that's pretty much it. That's the general settings for OBS.
Awesome, thank you.
I keep forgetting I'm live here. Cool. Bada bing, bada boom.
And then the overlay for chat.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay.
God damn.
I distracted you
I-
with another thing.